Okay. What's the story behind leftism? Zane. uh, Zane. Zane. So this is the political compass. If you're unfamiliar, it is a graph that kind of allows you to visualize politics on two dimensions, right? Like a graph, like how a graph works. It's pretty cool. So the x-axis, which is the horizon, is called the economic scale, right? Fiscal politics, shit like that. The economy, right, is very centered on this line. The vertical line is the I don't know what to call it, the authoritarian libertarian scale. So this is a way to describe governmental structures, the structure of the government. So if you were a libertarian, you believe that the government should do less things. If you're authoritarian, you believe that the government should do things that control people. So where the fuck is Kayla, bro? I thought she'd be here. If you can be a liberal rightist, can I be loved by my dad? Well, yeah, actually. Well, yeah. So just remember, nobody who tells you anything doesn't have a bias. There's always some bias. If they're like, oh, I'm a centrist, I'm right in the middle, that's still a bias. So just very important. Speaking alcohol, okay. So imagine Hitler is like is a lager, right? And then um Lenin is a shot of vodka, right? We understand politics now. Okay, let me get back to a more word centered. Okay. So I would probably be placed in this area. Okay? In this general area right here. Boo, people should die. Yeah, probably true. I'm like, if they're alcohol, I'm in it. Okay, word, yeah. Word. Well, there is no alcohol without the means of production. So, you have a lizard, Aaron? Yeah, I do. Ro is an anarchist, which I should tell you about Ro. She doesn't shower, she shits on the floor. Now that we have gone over the basics, Discount Drug Mart is the company that I work at. I've worked there 2 times before in the deli, making like $9 or $10 an hour, respectively. There's a deli at Drug Mart? Yes. Yes. It's like a grocery store. So I worked in the deli, left, and then I've come back for a third time now. Okay, you would think that I would have learned my lesson by now. So I come back to make $14 an hour. People come up to the register. I get their thing. I do the thing. If I have problems, I get the pharmacist. And that's pretty much my whole day. I found the revenue. The revenue of Discount Drug Mart for the year of 2022, which is the highest it's ever been, was $750 million. Okay? So this is the revenue, which is how much money they bring in. But it's not the profit. The profit is whenever you take all of the expenses and you subtract that from the revenue. So it's the money that they made doing their business. Cool? Does that make sense? Is everybody still caught up? Did Tobias leave? Is Tobias bored? Tobias, did you leave or are you just bored? Anyways. Check out my new crop top. So because I would like to have the profit, because it would be nice to see how much profit each employee should be entitled to equally if we were all equal. So, but this is the revenue. They don't have their profit posted, which is something that I think is fucking annoying and stupid, because they should post it publicly because we should know. So we're going off of this as their profit. No, we're not. So this is the revenue. So this is how much money I generate as an employee of Discount Drug Mart, at least, because I think I'm a pretty productive member of the team. Just being honest, just being real. I think I'm quite productive as opposed to the average employee. So I'm being generous. Okay, I generate $700,000 worth of revenue. So that's old news, by the way. This I discovered the other day. Sorry, I lost my place in the story. After like an hour of being there, it starts to really pick up, and it was very busy for nearly the entire 8-hour shift. 8 hours is a full day of work. Anybody who tells you need to be working more is fucking crazy. Is a crazy person who thinks that you should be working more than 8 hours a day. That is insane. So for an 8-hour shift, right, you are entitled to 2 15-minute paid rest periods during each full 8-hour shift. So I need to look more into the conditions of lunches and breaks and shit like that, because at my job they are telling me that they have a system that instead of taking 30-minute breaks and not being paid for the 30 minutes, and instead of taking 15-minute breaks and being paid for the 15 minutes, we get food out and put it on the table in the middle of the pharmacy, and in between customers we snack on our lunch. That's what they told me was the way they do it, their system. I found that really interesting, because I'm pretty sure that's illegal. So okay, and I don't really need the full 15 minutes, right? I'm like a workaholic like that. And also I like to help. We're busy, we're understaffed. I like to help everybody out. I want to be there and learn more. The more work I do, the more I learn about the pharmacy and about my job. So all I want is a few moments to sit down so I don't choke and eat food during my 8-hour on my feet shift. So today, we were slammed for 5 hours. So I got there at 9 and it started getting crazy busy around 9:30, 10. And then 5 hours later, 12 to around 3 o'clock, I was like, this is very late. I usually take my lunch around like 1 or 2 at the latest. So it's 3. We're back to back slammed. We clear out like a line of people and it's like empty. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to go eat some food. So I go sit down, and I didn't time it, but usually it only takes me 5 minutes because I'm a fast ass eater. So I, cook up my food in the microwave. I take some bites. I take a breather. I was exhausted. I had been nonstop running, doing shit for 5 hours. And I sit down for 5 minutes to eat. And my boss comes up to me and they said, hey, I don't know if I told you, if I made it clear in the interview, but we don't sit down to eat unless there is time to. We're very busy, so there's no time to do that now. And I was so flustered. I was like, and I was just finishing up eating too. And I was like, are you serious? You're so lost? Why are you lost, Nox? So they don't have a break system. So we don't get set on break. We don't clock out for break. We just have to eat while we're working. I've choked multiple times while doing this. So, and also I fucking, you know what? You know what? You know how many leftists have died so that I can get a 15-minute fucking break? You know how many? I'm gonna sit down and have my fucking chicken and zucchini. I spit on my screen. Sorry. Aaron yelling is scary. I'm sorry I scared you. I'm just trying to make good content. Okay, so I am very, very peace and love, to be honest. But as a leftist, I am loyal to the cause. I do have rage, okay? For property owners, wealth accumulators, police, politicians, and Nazis. Okay? Those are my 4 fuckers that can get it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't say anything because I was flustered. I didn't say anything to my boss. So they kind of like seemed like, because I remember them telling me about this system, and I was kind of in my head like, well, that's not going to happen really. But let me just get hired first real quick, because they can't fire me for not obeying their illegal practices, right? And that's what I'm thinking, right? So after this, I pack up my food. I swear I was only sitting there for like 5 minutes. And, you know, I go back up front, crazy busy the rest of the day. So, and I'm just kind of pondering the rest of the day. You know, I was very flustered at first, I was just trying to focus on the work, but it was hard because I was like, wait a minute. This is illegal. You can't fucking do this. I'm not gonna just let you like it. And the thing is I get along with everybody there very well, I think. And I don't want to stir the pot, but I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I can't fucking help it. I can't help it. I have to stir the pot because the pot needs stirred, because the film on top of the pot has hardened, and it's fucking nasty, and it's gross, and it's disgusting. It's fucking vile. It needs stirred. Okay? The pot needs stirred. So, you know what? All right. So back to what we were saying. So basically, I was just thinking about it. I was like, my boss, I don't know if they know this, but they're the ones breaking the law. So I would love to see them, argue with me about it. I was kind of thinking about what I should say, and I was like, I kind of came to the conclusion that if it's brought up again, I should just say like, insert name here. You know, I think that's illegal, and just leave it at that. You know, just see what they say, because it's like, what are you gonna say to that? It is illegal. You are breaking the law, and you can't. You know, I won't be bullied into, allowing you to break the law on my behalf, because look at it this way. Those 15-minute breaks that I am entitled to have, those 15-minute breaks are time for me to rest. Not only for my productivity, because I'm more productive when I am healthy and rested, but also because I'm a human being. I don't know if any of you know this, but I shit out my butt. I do. Okay? I'm not a superhuman. Okay? My farts, they stink. My boogers, I pick them. Okay? I'm a human being. All right? I will never deny my status as a human being, my human being status, right? I'll never deny that. Okay? Now, does a computer need a break? Does a truck need a break? I mean, maybe, but does equipment need a break? Not really. You know what? I see the pattern. Those aren't human beings. Hold on. Hold on, I need to catch up on chat. I was just ranting. Personally, on my 30-minute break. Oh, Zane's on his break right now. Yo, Zane's a working class hero. Let's give it up for Zane. Do it whilst being productive. That's exactly what they were telling me to do. Yeah, that's another thing is like, I'm anxious about, because I have to go to the bathroom a lot during my shift. Like 3 times is like very average for me, but that's 8 hours. You know what? I am not crazy. 3 times in 8 hours is not crazy. Okay. The thing is I will never feel bad for taking a potty break. That's literally what I just said. I shit, I piss, I blow my nose. I am a human being who needs to go to the bathroom. Get it through your fucking head. You know? You know what I mean? Y'all still pee, not very based. I know. I'm sorry. God. I'm very glad that I've been able to get this off my chest, because it was cooking, and whenever I got off, I was like, yo, I'm gonna stream tonight. I have to do another leftism day. This is what sucks, and this is what makes everything very hard. Is I really like my boss. I really like the people I work with. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. I only want good things to happen to all of us. Okay? But the problem is they want bad things to happen to all of us. And so I'm like, well, guys, I think we should probably not do that. We should not do that. And they disagree with me. So, but see, the thing is, and the reason I'm so, about it right now, is because the law is on my side, which never happens as a leftist. So I'm like super hyped about it. So that's what we're doing today, basically. I fucking hate when cops come in. I just hate looking at them. They're so fucking nasty. I hate them. Ah! They're fucking gross, dude.